You are watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftacademy.com. www.netsoftacademy.com.
So now let's start with lab number 56. In this lab, we will be working with Exchange Management Shell to do certain tasks that will give us certain outputs. So first things first, on Nita EXE@01. Remember, this is EXE@01. I click on Start. I click on Exchange Management Shell. Now I pinned my Exchange Management Shell to my, remember I pinned my Exchange Management Shell to my start. I would also recommend that you do the same. It's a very easy process. You could just click on Start All, scroll down to Microsoft Exchange Server 2019, right click on the management shell, and there you have it. Unpin from start, pin to start. That's it. It's a very simple idea. This is just so that you don't have to go around finding for it, looking around for it. Now, I'll first wait for my Exchange server to connect. Now, after it connects, I'm going to run a sequence of commands. One after the other. Each of this does a specific task. So the first command is all about getting user details. So let me go back to my Exchange Management Shell here and enter. So all recipient type details, everything would be stored in C folder under getuser.txt. So I'm going to copy this link here. Now remember that I'm just being a little bit extra here. You can follow the book as it is, but I'm just going to run the files like this. And here I can see a list of all the users that are here in my environment based on even their departments and everything. So these are the people who do not have any department or anything else running around here. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run the next command, and this is a bigger command. Remember, this is one big whole command. So you need to copy and paste it together, and it will run in like 2 increments or in 1 increment based on however you paste it. So you see, it asks you, hey, do you want to paste like this? You click on paste anyway and press enter once more. And you can see that any issues, anything else that you have here would be showing up. Now, this could most likely be just because that the user does not have archives. So I'm going to clear this. I'm going to go back here and just double check. The thing is, we need to enable the archive. So let me run this first command first, and let's see if we can run it in sequence. Okay, this is good. Then we run the next thing, that for each mailbox, write host display name. Okay. Enter. All right, this works. And then we run the next thing, that is for each of this, we want to do this entire task. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of a creative, working around to make sure that things work. Now, this could be due to one more reason, by the way. This could be due to one more reason, because I've already run the command earlier. I already have an archive. So let me do one more thing here. This is my workstation. Don't worry about it. I can just do this. Let's say I change this command here and I run this, because I was also making sure that the command works like we planned for it to work. Let's see if this works. See, it will ask me for everyone. Are you sure you want to perform this? Do you want to disable? Are you sure? So I'll do this. I'll keep doing this now. All the users that we have can be handled like this. See? it is a time consuming process, but it is much easier and much faster than the GUI. Oh, and make sure that you're doing it right. One thing about commands is if you run them once, you would have to literally revert everything. Now, going back here, instead of disable, if I change this to enable, and I run this entire thing in one go again. Okay, I go back here, paste anyway. Do you see this now? So the idea is just that we understand that commands can make certain things easier to do and not do. Now, I ran this command the first time. Before I started demonstrating it, I accidentally enabled everything. Then when I ran it the second time, I disabled everything, and the third time that I'm running it, I'm enabling everything. That is the only thing here. Now, this again was one using variables and loops and all those things. The next one that we're going to do is we're going to create mailboxes for specific OUs. So for that, I'm going to run the next command, that is get user, and I'm going to specify the organizational unit and say enable mailboxes. Now, what this will do is this will enable the mailboxes for all the users in the OU Dell. So you can see that few users were not done or said, oh, cannot do this. It's already a user mailbox for Chris Brown, same for some other T. Havecker and Zigzagler and everybody else, but then it ran for all of these users. Now we want to make sure that these users actually exist on the recipients now, and that is what we are going to do again. We will navigate to the Exchange Admin Center. You can see I'm my Exchange Admin Center right here. And every user, so Amanda Seyfried, and let's compare side by side. Oh, excuse me, it's just one of those things wherein you don't want things to be working like this. Okay, so Amanda Seyfried is here. Then we are looking for Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is here. Diane Kruger, Jackie Chan, Jennifer Connelly, and if one or two users are there, that means everybody would be here. So Malin Ackerman is here. Then Sophia Bush and Chantal Van Schatten. So that means everything worked as planned. Now, the reason why a few of these users did not work is because they already exist. So that is not an issue here. Okay, so I'm going to clear this. Now I'm going to create mailboxes using the Exchange Admin Center. So again, using the Exchange Management Shell. So I'm going to do this, get user, enable mailbox. So all users, every user in the entire environment will have their mailboxes enabled, basically. So all users who do not exactly have the mailboxes enabled would be here, that they already have existing mailboxes, so the task will not run. But for those who did not, you can see Robin Williams, Tom Hardy, Al Pacino, all of these users, their mailboxes are enabled now. You can see this, guest users, all of these people, Ryan Reynolds, and it's just a very common process here. And you will see a note in the lab book as well that will say an error message will be displayed for the users who already have a mailbox. So that is what it is. Now, under this, if I go back again and I refresh this, I have a total of 69 users right now. 69 user mailboxes exist in this environment right now. At the moment, everybody has a mailbox. And we are not even seeing half of it right now here. So if I refresh the page again, see 69 in total. You can see all the users that were here or that are in your Active Directory are here. All right, so that is one. Now, The next thing is we are going to create a database using the Exchange Management Shell. So I'm going to run the commands. The mailbox database would be called managers. Okay. Get new dash mailbox dash server nita exchange 01 managers. Okay, perfect, created. Restart Microsoft MS Exchange information store or information services. It's information store, not services. Now, this is done. It has restarted. Next, I'm going to run get mailbox database copy status. And this will give me if it is mounted or mounting or what exactly is happening. You can see that managers is dismounted. So mount, that should be the next command, right? Mount dash database identity or name, or just type in managers and enter. See? Now, this is happening because a lot of different things are also in effect right now. So you can just try this command in a little bit, because you can see, as you noticed here, there are two databases that are still mounting right now. So I would want them to be completely done before I do this. So I'll give it a few minutes and then I'll try again, and it should work. Okay, so after a little bit of waiting, if I run my commands again, you'll see that I still get the same error. Now, there is a reason behind this. The reason is that a standard evaluation Exchange server ISO will only give you 5 mounted mailboxes. You already have 5 mounted mailboxes. I cannot mount more. Enterprise one would give me 1,000. And that is the reason why this error exists. So now I'm going to move on to the next part, wherein I'm enabling my server roles using the Exchange Management Shell. So the first thing that I'm going to run is test service health. Now, there is a reason why I don't type all of this, because it is just, I'm prone to making typos. So I type them beforehand, or I copy them beforehand, I edit them when I need to, and then I do this. So you can see that my service health is all okay. Now, I'm going to stop the Exchange Information Store service again. And then I'm going to run the test service health again. Okay. It will stop, it will stop. Now, if I do this, the difference between the two is just everything is set to false, or the in mailbox server role is required services running is set to false. Okay, then I'm going to run the next command, that is start and again test. So nothing out of the ordinary. We are just starting and stopping services here. So I'll wait for the Exchange Information Store to start, and once I clear this, I'm going to run the command test service health again. And once I run this, you will be able to see all the services that are running at the moment after I've enabled them. And that is the end of the lab here. So in this lab, we just worked with Exchange Management Shell, and we also understood how we could enable and disable archive mailboxes. Now, traditionally, you enable the mailbox archive once, but in a testing environment, you have to play around a little bit. So keep that in mind, and I'll see you in the next lab. Thank you.
Thank you for watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftakademy.com. www.netsoftakademy.com.